today we're going to learn about, actually, no, before we talk about what we're going to learn about today, let's talk about what we learned about last week. Who can talk about last week? In reading. What did we learn about last week in reading? We read a couple books, and we made some of these. What are these? Dylan?
Connections.
We made some connections. What kind of connections did we make last week? Reese? Text-to-self connections. And what did we use in our books to show that we made a text-to-self connection? Cameron?
A wow page.
A wow page. And what did we do? How did we show a wow page? What did we do to our book?
We stuck a sticky paper in our book and we wrote wow.
Exactly right. We stuck a sticky paper, a Post-it note right on that page, and we wrote
wow
on it because a wow page tells us what? Caitlin?
Something that happened to you.
Okay, so how would we phrase that? How did we say it? Wow! This
happened to me once.
This reminds me of when something happened to me. And this week we are going to talk a little bit about our text-to-self connection. But we are also going to talk about a new type of connection. On your test on Friday, I put a number at the end, number 6, and it said, what do you think a text-to-text connection is? And some of you had some really, really great responses that I loved reading. Who wants to share what they think a text-to-text connection is? Bethany?
Something that happened to you and then it happened to that happened to like your friend or another person.
Okay, so you think it's like something in real life that has happened to two people? Okay. Aubrey?
I think a text-to-text is like something that you read to another person that already happened to you.
Okay. Jackson?
I think that when you're reading a book, someone that didn't have it happen to you had someone that made it happen to them.
Okay. Luke?
When your mom and dad did something and then it happened to you.
Okay, when your mom and dad did something and then it happened to you. So sharing an experience with two people. Okay. Ryan Pullman?
I think it like happened to you one time and then it happened to you again.
Okay, so maybe an experience that you've had more than once, like falling off your bike. We've all fallen off of our bikes, right? Do you just fall off one time?
No.
Probably we've taken a couple tumbles, right? More than once, right?
I do it too. And
Yeah.
guess what? I know one day I was going like so fast.
You know what? That's a story. We'll have to hear that one later, okay? Now, the text-to-text connection. Are you ready?
Yes.
Mirrors on.
Mirrors on.
A text-to-text connection
A text-to-text connection
is a connection between two stories.
is a connection between two stories.
So we read one book,
So we read one book,
and then we read another book,
and then we read another book.
and we think, that happened to the same character.
That happened to the same character.
Could it be a different character?
Could it be a different character?
Sure.
Sure.
Mirrors off.
Mirrors off.
Okay, so what's a text-to-text connection? Luke?
It's something that's in one book, which is also in another.
Exactly right. It could be different characters. It doesn't have to be the same characters, but it might be something that a character fell off their bike in one book, and then you read another book by a whole different author, and the character fell off of that bike too. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so a text-to-self connection is between a book and you. A text-to-text connection is a book to another book. It could even be more than one book. You might read 7 books about riding bikes. Okay, and they're all connecting. Okay, because you might read a book about bikes. Then you might read a book about learning to ride a bike. Then you might read a book where a character fell off a bike. Then you might read another book where a character got a flat tire on their bike. And then you might read another book about getting your training wheels off. Those are all connections. What's the connection? Harper?
It's all about bikes.
They're all about bikes. Do you see how this works? Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezing.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
We're ready to learn our grammar. We're going to come back to this tomorrow. And we have a fun activity to do for grammar today. You ready?
Yeah.
Someone tell me what a noun is. Cameron?
Person, place, or thing, or an animal.
Good. A person, a place, a thing, or an animal. You guys did a pretty good job, but don't forget about how many things are nouns. 4. Person, place, thing, animal. Don't forget that animal at the end. I would be so sad if you called my Toby dog a thing. Okay? Today we're making a noun train. Okay? So you'll be getting a piece of colored paper. We get what we get, and we
don't get upset.
You'll be getting a piece of colored paper, and you'll notice that it's folded in how many sections?
3.
Good. Okay, 3. Now, you're also going to be getting a piece of paper that has 3 rectangles on it, and then it has 3 words. Person, place, thing. Okay? Your job will be to illustrate a person, illustrate a place, illustrate a thing. And then you're going to put them in the cars of your train. This is a car, this is a car, and this is a car. Alessandra, could you get the door for us, honey? Thank you. Okay? So you're going to need to glue on your rectangle, one here, and what label will you put on top? Cameron?
Person.
And then in this one, you'll do another one, and then you'll put a label on top, and what will it say? Place. And then you'll put a label over here that says
Thing.
and you will glue in your illustration of a thing. Now, when you color your person, place, or thing, don't forget to tell me what it is, because even though you are wonderful artists, sometimes I have a hard time figuring it out. So if you draw Miss Beck, who's a
Person.
then you'll have to write on there,
Miss Beck.
okay? It doesn't have to be me. In fact, I would like you to think of a different one. So think of a different person that you know, or it could be a type of person.
Or it
like
could be.
Could it be Lacey Washer?
Lacey Washer.
Okay, so you're going to have those 3 things to do. Then I'm going to come around and I'm going to give you the other parts. So for now, we're just going to get ourselves ready at our desk. Can we do the show?
Yes.
Alrighty, then let's have 1. Go ahead back to your seat. 2. 3. All right, counter. Sorry, sweetie. Thank you. Welcome, Savannah. Go, my friend. All right.
Yes, we write our names on the
Actually,